Yo, what's going on, guys? And in today's video, I am back on the NASCAR Career Mode series. And in today's race, it is a very special race because not only is it the first race of the playoffs in the round of 16, but it's technically throwback race. It's throwback weekend, technically. Well, technically, it's not the weekend. I'm filming this and posting this on Tuesday, but this race does symbolize throwback. It's where, like, you give your cars, like, you give them like throwback schemes, that have been run before. That's why it's called the Darlington Raceway Southern 500. It used to be called the Throwback 500, I'm pretty sure. Um, but yeah, so actually, before I get into anything about the playoffs, I'm actually gonna show you guys the car that I have for you guys for today's race. And I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of background around it, I guess. So the car that I decided to do a throwback on was okay. I guess okay. First of all, I'm just to say the original sponsor was Mellow Yellow. For, like, in real life it was, but I can't, like, I only have one sponsor. And if you guys do see the pattern, if you guys know what car I tried to make, it doesn't look anything like it, but NASCAR Heat 5, it keeps you in a creative box. You can't change the pattern, so yeah, I just had to roll with this. That's why I haven't really changed the pattern of any of my cars. That's why I've only been changing the color, because I can't even change the pattern at all. But I did try to do the Mellow Yellow car. It originally was in the movie Days of Thunder, but people have done different concepts of this. If you guys want to know what the actual car looks like, just go on Google and, like, or look it up. It's just look up NASCAR Mellow Yellow car or something like that. It'll probably pop up, like, the Mellow Yellow car, or it'll probably pop up. If you guys do notice that it's supposed to be number 42, but I'm number 13. I did change the font for this to be as close as I could, but yeah, no, they don't have the font on here. They don't really have a lot of fonts on here, and I can't really get any neon colors on this car. That's why they kind of look a little dull. Car looks kind of dull. And the reason why the spoiler's green, because if you guys know this car, looked it up, the spoiler's supposed to be black, and I tried to do this car the most accurately as possible. But the reason why it's green, and the reason why it will be green for the remainder of the playoffs, is because that's what happens in the playoffs. When it was the Sprint Cup series, it used to be yellow, but now there's the Monster Energy Cup. The spoiler, if you're in the see, like, there's a round of 16, round of 12, round of 8, and then round of 4. If you're in there, then if you're in the playoffs, at the moment, then you have to wear, in real life, you wear a green spoiler. I don't, because the game didn't really put that in, but I'm just choosing to do it, trying to be accurate as possible. So I put a green spoiler on there because that's what you're supposed to do in real life. Obviously they didn't put that in the game, which I don't blame them. I mean, it's kind of a small detail. They didn't really need that, but it would have been cool if they did. But back to the actual thing at hand. So today is the first race of the playoffs at Darlington, 26 laps. First round of 16. I have to get two top 15s in two races. So if I don't get a top 15 here or the next race, then my incentive contract is basically done. Which I don't really need a good payday. I mean, as the playoffs go on more and more, I'm going to want to upgrade my car more and more. Depending on what race, what track I'm at. So that it'd be really good if I could get the boost of money. But I don't really need it since the playoffs are kind of short. But here are actually the top 16, and here are the 16 drivers that did advance from the regular season. So, in first place, with 25 points above the cut line is Denny Hamlin, and second with 23 points above the cut line is Joey Logano, and third, 20 points above the cut line, Brad Keselowski. In fourth place with 20 points above the point line, or the cutoff line, is Kyle Busch. Fifth place, 7 points above the cutoff line is Kevin Harvick. In sixth place, 6 points above the cutoff line is me, myself, and I. In seventh place, ahead of the cutoff line by 6 points is Martin Truex Jr. In eighth, 5 points ahead of the cutoff line, is Alex Bowman. Ninth, 3 points ahead of the cutoff line is Ryan Newman. And 10th, we got Ryan Blaney, and he's 2 points ahead of the cutoff line. Christopher Bell is tied at the cutoff line. Jimmy Johnson is tied at the cutoff line. And then Matt Kenseth is also tied at the cutoff line, but they had to fill him in. So Michael McDowell and Matt Kenseth are both in our cutoff so far. But they had to set up there. And 1 point behind the cutoff line in 15th is Kurt Busch, and 5 points behind the cutoff line in 16th is Eric Amarola, our good friend. So I do expect, unless I can really pull something out this playoffs, I don't really expect to make it to the Final Four because Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Busch they're really good. I could see Kevin Harvick maybe competing because he didn't really do like good really at all during the regular season. He still made it to 5th. So if something happens in this playoff push, then maybe he can make it. I'm hoping to make it, because I'm up there. I'm with the names like Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick. I'm right behind them. I'm right behind the big names. So can I make it? I don't know. But without further ado, I am going to get into this race at the Darlington 500. I do know there's an update that happened where like anytime you race at Darlington ever, they always wear their throwback schemes. I do not know if it actually does that in the career mode, but we're about to see. So I'll see you guys at the racetrack getting ready for the race. Alright guys, so we did end up qualifying, and we qualified 15th, or no, we qualified 16th, but our goal position is 15th. The reason why I did qualify 16th, as you see on my practice, my best time was worse than my actual qualifying time, which is good because we always want the qualifying time to be the best and better than my practice. I feel like my qualifying would have probably been like, I feel like I could have been I definitely would have hit a 32.2 or maybe even a late 32.1 if I didn't hit the wall thing, because at the end, like right when I was getting to the finish line, I hit the wall and almost spun out. But without a doubt, I probably would have gotten in the top 5 if I didn't hit that wall. So I did qualify 16th though, because that 100th of a second can really, it can really like bump you down. It can really separate you from like the pack. So far my car has been really good. It feels speedy. Although the game it can change once we go into the race, and once the one critique that was really obvious, even obvious in practice and qualifying, was that getting off the turns, my car just shakes a lot. Kind of gets a little shaky off the turns. Well, I'm not even like kind of moving my controller. It gets a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get really shaky anywhere else except getting off the turns. It just feels a little loose when I get off the turns. Alright guys, so we are here at Darlington, as we get ready for the stories of the race. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he wants payback, so I gotta watch out for him since he's my rival, and that's all I can really read. As we are officially going green at Darlington Raceway, as we start off next to Chase Elliott in his throwback scheme, and we're gonna see a lot of throwback schemes. Basically, every single scheme you'll see is a throwback, except for a couple ones like directly behind me in that Monster Energy car. That one's not a throwback. Some of these aren't throwbacks, and some of them don't actually have throwbacks that they can actually go to. But everyone that does technically have a throwback or like really an alternate scheme, they're driving those today. As we get right to the back of Suarez, that 96 and that 96 Carl Edwards throwback. As we cut in front of Clint Boyer in that throwback to Chase Elliott, as we were back in 15th. Well, we did start off 16th, but now we're 15th. As we were right behind Harvick and Amarola, who are both in the chase for the Sprint Cup. As behind us is Chase Elliott, and he didn't make I'm really surprised. I'm surprised that Michael McDowell and Jimmy Johnson and Christopher Bell made it, but he didn't. As we get right into Ryan Newman in the 6 car, as he goes sideways, but the traffic around him is able to save it. As we accidentally get up into the back of Busch as we try to go in, and we wreck him, but caution. And now we're ready to go green. We're just starting off 7th and next to Austin Dillon. I don't know why. Austin Dillon just backed off immediately as they went green. As I got the really fast car of Kyle Busch behind me. He's gonna have a good race today. I can guarantee that. Johnson is finally 4th in the season. As we get to the back of him, I did try to. I remember this. I did try to push him and help him out because I really want to see him do good. But I did end up wrecking him. He did finish it, or he did, sorry, he did save it before he got, you know, wrecked everyone else. So, but he did, you know, he obviously he like fell back a bunch as we got, you know, that really fast car, Kyle Busch, like I was saying, behind us. And also, you know, that really aggressive, we're going to notice this race is that Eric Almirola is going to be really aggressive when he tries to pass me, and he's going to be really aggressive throughout the race. So we got the fastest car of Kyle Busch behind us and the most aggressive driver of Eric Almirola behind us. As I'm really good at blocking, but I can't seem to get to down enough to Eric Almirola. I was already up high and I couldn't get it. And then, you know, I got up high trying to resituate, and I did let Kyle Busch by. And then I didn't want to let another one by, so I did end up wrecking, you know, William Byron accident as my game. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's just I couldn't control that. The game just made me wreck into the wall there. Luckily, I didn't DNF or anything like that. That would have been dude. I don't know how much oh my gosh. If I would have DNF because of that, because of something I couldn't even control, bro. Oh my god, I would have been so mad. But now we're back in here. Now we're back in the top 5, in the top 4 now, as we see Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch, and I can't really tell who that is up there. I believe that is Christopher Bell. Is that Christopher Bell? No, it looks like a Ford. I'm not sure who that actually is, though. Oh no, that's Denny Hamlin. He's the first place driver in the actual playoffs so far, as he now bumps down to second as that fast car of Kyle Busch. He was the first. The only way I could see Kyle Busch giving this this race up is if Denny Hamlin somehow, you know, finds a way to push through and get to him, which I don't really see happening. Or, you know, we get a lot of lap traffic that can help out me and Denny and basically all the other drivers. Mostly me, because, you know, the CPU can't really handle lap cars that well, but I can, obviously. As I'm actually really liking, you know, seeing all these cars under the lights. Like, if you see my car, like, I didn't think, you know, this green, like, on the bottom of my car would actually be glowing, like that, but it did. And as I did say, the spoiler was supposed to be green. Well, I'm looking at all these cars in the top 16. I did look at the paint schemes on the game, and it's showing that all the playoff cars, if you're, like, on the playoffs, that your spoiler is supposed to be white, so I'll actually have to research that. You know, I'm probably gonna make it white anyways, so, you know, you guys can just forget about, you know, making it a green spoiler. So yeah, but obviously some cars don't have white spoilers, like, you know, the throwback car of Jimmy Johnson. Like, obviously he doesn't have one right there. As we do get around Denny Hamlin again, you know, me and him are we're probably gonna have a battle for a long time, as, you know, Jimmy Johnson gets back up to third as he takes his spot back from when I actually, you know, kind of screwed him over there. I don't know, would he be in first right now? I think him and Kyle Busch would probably be, you know, battling right now. But so far so clear for Kyle Busch. You know, he's really in the clear with that 18 M&M's, you know, car. That throwback car for him is really fast, as we're kind of blocking Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin on the straightaways. You know, every car catches me. You know, I've said it the whole season. I'm really bad on straightaways. Not like skill-wise, it's just my car. You know, because I don't have to move the steering wheel, so, you know, my car's just really slow on the straightaways. But I do know personally how to, you know, maneuver around corners, so I'm usually good around those. As you know, I did choose to either let up Denny Hamlin or Kyle, or I did choose to let Denny Hamlin or Brad Keselowski by me. I did end up choosing Brad Keselowski, but him and Truex Jr. got by me anyways. And then I saw Alex Bowman. I was like, okay, I'm not like 3 cars by. I thought it was just Brad, so I cut down on Alex Bowman. And I forgot about Denny Hamlin as he gets by me. Now I'm 7th. And I'm kind of clearing that 88 car. You know, the 88 car, it really wasn't, I mean, it was kind of a fast car, but it was, at the same time, it was kind of slow. You know, it was fast for, you know, being a NASCAR, you know, car, but it's definitely not a top 5 car. So, as we try to get, you know, around Denny Hamlin again, as, you know, Brad Keselowski is, you know, he's starting to let up. I don't know, he's starting to drop down. He was competing with Truex Jr. Now he's just dropping down, and hopefully, you know, he can buy me some time, kind of slow down Denny Hamlin. But, you know, it looks like Denny Hamlin was getting that draft off of him, and now is kind of doing a bump and run around him. But, you know, going into the corner doing a bump and run is really difficult, as Denny Hamlin, you know, tries to go down below the line, as he does end up getting around the 2 of Brad Keselowski and end up clearing him. Hopefully, you know, I can coast this home for 6 laps. You know, I do feel like Brad Keselowski really slowed him down a bunch, As you see, Truex Jr. is starting to catch up with Jimmy Johnson. So I'm actually starting to catch up with Truex Jr. You know, I'm getting right behind him, getting that draft on him, kind of maneuvering, trying to maneuver around him. As I do get around Truex Jr. I haven't cleared him though. Once he gets behind me, yeah, okay. So I have cleared him. Now all I need is just do Jimmy Johnson. And I tried to push him again. I tried to do a bump and run. I'm so sorry, Jimmy Johnson fans. I wrecked him again, but they're not going to call a caution for Jimmy Johnson. You know, that was a pretty hard hit against the wall. I do not know why they didn't call a caution there. You know, it kind of would have helped me out. I probably would have had a shot to win it, maybe. I don't know, but no, I will not end up getting the caution, as I'm trying to block Denny Hamlin. As he does get around me, kind of bumps me too. I guess like I've been frustrating him. As on a lap later, I come around here, kind of, getting around him, kind of. I didn't expect to get that. Like, it feels like at the end of the corner, I got like a little extra boost. I don't know where I got that boost from, but I do end up getting to the back of the 11 of Denny Hamlin, and I'm coming around him, getting that draft, kind of, getting up to him. So when I get around the turns, I can finally get around him. At the start of this turn, this turn was not good. I kind of messed up at the start of the turn. It really wasn't a good turn for me. Kind of messed up. So I think that's why I didn't pass him right now, as we are so far in the top 5. And I don't, I think it's a guaranteed top 5, which is good for us, because our goal is 15, because our incentive. As we do pass briefly the 11 of Denny Hamlin, but he shortly, cancels that idea by me. I gotta say his throwback's been sweet, as I do nudge him, and I do save him, but he loses a lot of ground. And look at this, he's already making it up. So all I can do is play the blocking game, like to finish out the remainder of this lap, which is like really like one turn, a little straightaway, and then I gotta finish the next lap, and then I get placed 4th, which would be really good for starting out the playoffs, As we come around here, as we're gonna take the white flag, we're not gonna take the white flag, but we will go by the white flag for the final lap. All I need to do is just block Denny Hamlin. That's all I need to do. As we come around the turns, I just gotta hit my marks on the turns, and I'm golden. Like the straightaways don't even matter, because I can just block on those. I just have to do really good on the turns, block on the straightaways. As I do, he doesn't get far enough for me to be able to block him on the straightaways, and we are just running away with this turn, as we will beat the #1 driver in the playoffs to become 4th in the Southern 500.
How'd you do that?
Really good finish, really good. This will give us some boost in the long run of the playoffs. I can promise you that. Alright guys, so we did have a good run on this race. I'm actually really proud of myself and really proud of this car and this team for letting me run, in the 4th position. Honestly, at the end, I didn't think I was gonna get 4th. I thought I was gonna get honestly, I thought I was gonna get 5th. I started to move away from the rest of the 88, Alex Bowman, and the rest of them. I started to move away from them. Me and Denny Hamlin battled for a while. Honestly, I mean, he's the #1 driver this season. I did not think I would be able to beat him out, but I did. And I think the final 16, they all did really good. Kyle Busch got 1st. Eric Almirola, who started in last this playoffs, he got 2nd. He kind of nudged me out of the way. He was a little bit aggressive, Martin Truex Jr., who's kind of in the middle of the pack, definitely below me. He got 3rd. I got 4th, so that's pretty good. In the 1st position, Denny Hamlin got 5th, so, I mean, it's a good run, but, not when, there's other playoff drivers are all in front of you. Alex Bowman started way behind me, and, probably going to stay there. Kevin Harvick, he finished 9th, but a big upset alert. Jimmy Johnson finishes 10th. Now, he probably would have finished in the top 5 or, above top 10 if I didn't kind of nudge him out of the way before and I think I wrecked him, to be honest. But he did come back to get 10th, He probably would have been in contention for the win if I didn't wreck him like that, but that was my bad. I didn't even mean to, at all, But Michael McDowell in the playoffs, is a one-hit wonder race. And again, he proves that it's a one-hit wonder race as he finishes 37th. But going over it one more time, as Kyle Busch gets a dominating win. He wins by 3 seconds. As on race earnings, so finishing 4th, that means I automatically get $223,000. Sponsor payout, I get $57,000. Merch payout, I get $78,000. And in total, I have $359,768 earned from Darlington Raceway. As here we get a look at the playoff standings. I'm still currently 5th, but now I am 13 points above the cutoff line. So I'm 13 points ahead of the cutoff line. So, I was 6 above, now I'm 13, so that's good. As now Michael McDowell is in the cutoff zone, as well as Ryan Blaney is, as Jimmy Johnson moves out of there. And Eric Amarola moves out of there. But yeah, Christopher Bell, I forgot about him. Yeah, I didn't even know he was in the playoffs. But yeah, I was about to say he actually did pretty good too. As Kyle Busch gets his first win in the playoffs, as the first race in the playoffs, he advances to the round of 12 automatically. Denny Hamlin moves from first to second. He still gets a lot of points. But yeah. So, I finished 4th. Fastest lap was Kyle Busch, rightly so. Most laps that was actually Denny Hamlin, as we beat him out. On the move, Christopher Bell started 21st, finished 8th. Wow, that's some playoff driving right there. Tough break, Chris Buescher. He started first and finished 25th. Ooh, that is not good. But yeah, actually, hold on. So Christopher Bell got 8th, and he started like 21st. Did it say? It said like 21st, right? I mean, that's especially a guy like Christopher Bell and like the car like Christopher Bell has. I mean, that's not really a good car. I mean, props to him. That was the definition of some playoff racing, bro. He wants it. He wants all the smoke this playoff season. But the question is, a guy like Christopher Bell. I mean, he got a win, but he didn't really do anything really else. So, the question is, was this a one-hit wonder race? Did he finish 8th and now he'll finish, kind of like in the bottom of the pack every time? Just like Michael McDowell, he got that one at Talladega, advanced him into the playoffs, but he's finished in the top 30 ever since then, so, But, yeah. So we do finish 4th at the Southern 500. Money, we gained $364,000. Fans, we gained around 50,000 fans. And then our car wear, we got average, we got moderate driving. I do think the reason why is because, when we were in that pack racing, so like when I'm in the middle of pack and I'm just in the pack racing, I don't know why I always kind of like accidentally, like when if I even move a bit, I always overcorrect my car for no reason, and then I ended up hitting someone and crashing them and kind of messing up my car. But yeah, but I bet someone's chirping on social media. Kevin, you better be careful out there. Your dirty driving is making some people mad. I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin. I did nothing wrong. No, obviously I did something wrong. I don't think I ever hit him though. I never did anything to him. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever did anything to him. I mean, I might have. I'm not sure. Hey, why did you run me off the track? I don't remember running off the track, but yes, sorry. Um, as we're gonna advance to next week, and next episode, we will be racing in Richmond. Actually, hold on, let me check something right now, like right as we speak. Hold on, stay with me here. I just want to know Richmond. Yeah, okay, so guys, this is a big race. This is a really big race because the last time we raced at Richmond this season, I actually won that race. It was actually probably my favorite episode I ever filmed, and probably the most favorite episode that I ever made, because I mean at the end it was really cool. I had to hold off Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch, and I did it. I barely got I got a nail biter win, kind of. I kind of pulled away from it at the end. My car was just really fast, so I'm gonna bring the same paint scheme as I did during that race. Gotta bring some more luck. But yeah. So, you know, here's a good look over the standings right now. Um, you know, as Kyle Busch moves up and he's advanced into the round of 12. So if you look here, Las Vegas will be the first race of the round of 12. You look at here, and as we go on in the round of 16, you'll see, you know, which drivers have clinched what spot. So far, Kyle Busch has clinched his spot. You know, Denny Hamlin's obviously he's going to be looking to clinch. He's going to be looking to, you know, clinch a spot as we're going in to Richmond. Hopefully, I can clinch that spot. You know, I did win last time. I am confident about it. I do think I can pull out a win here. I'm confident that I will. All I need is for Kyle Busch to not absolutely dominate like he almost did last time. I think it was just probably luck that made him kind of like run out. He just ran out of luck at the end. That's why I won. And my luck just I guess boosted. I don't know. But I know Denny Hamlin, he's going to be hungry for a win here because everyone expected him to be, you know, the one to advance first, you know, to be the one to win at the Southern 500. But no, it was Kyle in dominating fashion. Um, so, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I will see you guys in the next race of the round of 16, the playoffs at Richmond Raceway. So, I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts about my paint scheme, you know. Let me know about future paint schemes and the ones that you want. So, I will see you guys later. Make sure to share this video to all your friends, subscribe, like, and thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time.